Our co-host today is an Emirati entrepreneur and founder of the Gracious F Color Consulting Company. It is a leading color consultancy agency in the GCC dedicated to empowering people in achieving their goals through the power of color science and psychology. Welcome to the show, Fatima Al Shirawi. How are you, Fatima? Great to see
I'm good,
you.
thank you. Thank you very much for having me on the show.
Absolutely. I mean, we briefly spoke about it, how now we're starting to become a bit more aware as to the power of color in our day-to-day lives. From your point of view, it's such a subconscious thing, isn't it, that we as humans don't even realize is happening in all the decisions that we make in our lives.
Yes, it's very important because 80% of how we react to a color is unconscious. So we're actually really being influenced of how we feel with the interior that's around us, what we're wearing, what the other person around us is wearing. So that's how profound the influence of color is on us.
Yeah, wow.
Fatima, I'm really interested to know about the 4 colour personalities. I was chatting a little bit with Nimi about it earlier. Could you explain it to us probably a little bit better? And can we see what colour personalities we are now?
Yes, of course we can. So the important thing about the color personalities is that we have to understand that, first of all, the principle of how individual colors affect our mood and behavior. And the second part of the color personalities is that, according to color effects theory, we've grouped a group of colors in saturation with 4 different color personalities. So that's why you notice, like you were mentioning, you were very much drawn toward earth colors and softer tones, and that's a particular color personalities. So we'll just briefly go through each personality. So we have the firelight personality, which is majority actually of the Mediterranean and Middle East region, and it's warmer, like jewel toned colors, earth tone colors. So the characteristics of this personality is very much about being the explorer, researching. Their motto in life is save the world, so a lot of charity work. They work together as a collective group, and that's how they're empowered. The second personality is more a softer personality. So these are the pastel colors, which is a dream light. This personality is very artistic, works great with their hands. So a lot of artists, designers, musicians. They're very particular about design. They love history and art and culture, and very particular about the quality of the things around them. And then the third personality is the morning light, which we call the creative, and it's named morning light because it's very youthful. They're all about being creative and experimenting with design. They're very creative in terms of also the process of how they do their work, and they're very sensitive deep inside. And the final personality, I would say, is the leaders, which is the starlight. These are the personalities that are very strong, very empowered. So they are world leaders. They're very focused, very meticulous in how they do things. They want the best quality. And it's actually the only color group that has black in their palette. The rest of the palettes don't have black in their palette.
Okay, so I think Nimi, I incorrectly said to Nimi that I didn't think black was actually part of the colour personalities. I've been standard corrected there.
Yeah.
I think, and I actually think you are a leader.
Yeah.
I think that's actually correct. I think that is your personality.
Yeah, I was nodding along to the last one.
Yes. Yeah, that's the one that she finds most relatable, definitely.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious about, like, you now listed the personalities, but how are they applied when it comes to industry? You mentioned that certain colors are for musicians, certain colors are for leaders, for creatives, but are they really being applied, these theories are applied to industry, branding, and, you know, looks and feels?
Yes, so the color theory goes into every aspect of our lives. Branding and marketing is quite a dominant field that uses color theory. And especially with branding, because it's a brand identity. So actually, even when you're looking at a brand, it's representing a color personality. So this way, you not only design with their color personality, you also speak their language of how you sell. And of course, it also goes into interior because it's the mood that we're creating. It goes into even self-development because we use these colors for healing in different stages. So we expose ourselves to particular colors when we are anxious or depressed. So we have colors that can heal us due to the vibration of these colors.
Wow, I'm already learning so much from you, Fatima, so I'm excited to have you for the rest of the episode. But I do want to ask you, because you have such great expertise, you yourself have created something called the Color Matrix.
Yeah.
It's a program. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, the color matrix is very interesting. It came about because I've been working for 14 years with luxury brands. And the initial process of working with luxury brands, I was emphasizing very much about relating the product to the region, relating the product to the customer and how they use it in their personal life. So this theory helped a lot in that process. But as I worked in the design and then we went into campaigns, the struggles that I found with the team was they were not able, as a sales team, to sometimes interpret what the ethos of the brand was to the customer, and at the same time also they were confused about the customer profile. So I sort of created and filled that gap that was in the market, which was the communication between the sales team and the consumer and the identity of the brand. The first time I tested it out, actually, I literally volunteered and asked one of like 4 luxury brands that I worked with that, can I do a test on your team? And it's for free, and they were very happy to do so. And the first test we did, there was already a 20% increase in sales when they applied the system. So, and now it's become like a corporate program with all the brands that I work with.
Incredible. Well, Fatima, I can't wait to hear more because this is a really interesting subject. So you're going to join us for the whole episode of Colour in Design and Psychology. But next up, we are going to be finding out about how the colour of everything from your bedroom to your workspace can impact the way you feel, sleep, and even work. But first, let's meet tonight's performer.
So with Billu and the Brownies, all the music that we do, whether it be covers, whether it be originals, we ask you to dance with us and we dance as well. So that's exactly what you expect out of a show, just pure entertainment. The reason we do happy music and we ask you to dance with us is because there is so much sad, so much edgy music in the world right now. There's just no good happy music happening. So at the end of the day, it's our job to make you happy. And don't forget to catch us at the end of the show while we sing Coldplay's Fix You.